Have you ever found yourself questioning your value, wondering if you measure up? Have you let the world define your worth, instead of standing tall in your own self-belief? It's time to break free from that cycle. It's time to stop looking outside for validation and start looking within. This isn't just about a temporary boost in confidence or a quick fix. It's about unlocking your true potential and realizing that you are worthy right now. There is no more waiting. There is no more hesitation. Today we're going to uncover the truth about who you are and what you're capable of. This isn't just another motivational speech. This is the call to action that will reshape the way you see yourself. You are enough. Let me repeat that. You are enough. No one else can tell you your worth but you. So stay with me, because the next few moments could change everything for you. How many times have you been told that your value depends on what you achieve, how you look, or the approval of others? You've been fed these lies since childhood, whether it's through society standards, family expectations, or even by the media. These ideas have been drilled into your mind, shaping how you see yourself. But let me tell you something, these lies are not the truth. The world has taught you that your worth is conditional. They've convinced you that your achievements, your appearance, and the number of people who approve of you somehow determine if you are valuable. You've been made to believe that you need external validation to prove you are good enough. But that's a lie. Your value is not earned through success, looks, or other people's opinions. It's inherent. You were born with worth. You've always had it. These false beliefs aren't something you just stumbled upon. They were planted deep within you from childhood. The world profits from making you feel inadequate, from making you believe that you're not enough unless you measure up to a certain standard. Every ad you see, every post on social media, every conversation that leaves you comparing yourself to others, all of it is part of this web of lies. And when you believe these lies, you limit your potential. You lock yourself in a cage of self-doubt, constantly chasing after something that isn't real. It's time to make a shift. True worth isn't earned through actions or external approval. It's inherent. Your worth doesn't fluctuate based on what you do, how successful you are, or how many people like you. Your worth is a constant. It's something that can never be taken away. When you understand your real value, you stop living for other people's approval. You start living for yourself. You walk into a room with confidence, knowing that you are enough, just as you are. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all. We've all been taught that failure makes us less valuable, but I'm here to tell you that failure is not your enemy. It's a tool. Failure doesn't make you worthless, it helps you grow. Failure is just a step on the path to success, not a roadblock. When you start embracing the fact that your worth is not tied to success or failure, you take the power back. You stop defining yourself by what you've achieved or what you haven't done yet, and you start living from a place of self-acceptance and belief in your unshakable worth. Do you ever look at someone else's life and think, they have it all together? Stop right now. You have no idea what's going on behind the scenes of their life. Comparison only keeps you stuck. It's a trap that takes you away from your own journey and focuses your energy on someone else's. You can't fully embrace your worth if you're constantly measuring yourself against others. The idea of perfectionism is another lie. Society has made us believe that we need to be perfect to be worthy. The truth? Perfectionism is nothing more than a mask for fear. It's the fear of being judged, the fear of not being good enough. But here's the reality. No one is perfect. Perfection isn't the goal. Being real, being authentic, and owning your imperfections is what truly makes you powerful. To break free from the comparison trap, focus on your own journey. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it seems. Every step you take, no matter how imperfect, is part of your unique path. Your growth is yours, and yours alone. Start investing in yourself instead of constantly looking at others. Your journey is waiting for you to embrace it. The labels you've been carrying around are not your truth. If you've ever been called a failure or told that you're not good enough, I need you to hear me. Those labels don't define you. They are words someone else attached to you, and it's time you took them off. You don't have to be who others say you are. You are in control of your story. Right now, you have the power to rewrite your narrative. Your past doesn't dictate your future unless you let it. You don't need to keep living out the old story someone else wrote for you. You are the author of your life. Start writing the next chapter with courage, with purpose, and with the belief that you are worthy of every good thing coming your way. Let go of the past. That doesn't mean forgetting it or pretending it didn't happen. It means freeing yourself from its hold so you can fully live in the present. You can't change what's behind you, but you can decide how you move forward. And the story you write today will define the future you create. Here's the truth, you are perfect in your imperfection. There's nothing wrong with you. Every flaw, every scar, every part of you that you think needs fixing is actually part of your unique beauty and story. You are not a mistake. You are a work in progress, constantly growing, constantly evolving. True confidence doesn't come from being flawless. It comes from owning who you are. strengths and weaknesses included. It's about knowing that you are worthy just as you are, regardless of what the world thinks. When you stop criticizing yourself and start appreciating who you are, you'll find that confidence flows naturally. Stop trying to fit into someone else's mold. Start learning to love yourself for who you are, not for what you do or how you look. Your worth is immeasurable, and it's time to start seeing it for yourself. You don't need anyone's permission to live your truth. You have everything inside you right now to take the first step. The perfect moment is not out there somewhere. It's right here, right now. Stop waiting for someone to give you the green light. Take action now. Fear will always be there, but don't let it stop you. Fear is just a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and growing. The more you take action despite your fear, the more you'll grow into the person you were always meant to be. Action is what fuels success, and the sooner you take that first step, the sooner you'll start seeing the momentum build in your life. Stop waiting for others to validate your worth. You don't need anyone's approval to be who you are. Own your value and stand firm in it. You are the only one who can determine what you're worth. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. It's time to stop settling for good enough. You are destined for greatness, and you can only reach that greatness when you stop apologizing for who you are and what you want. Own your journey even when it's messy. Own your dreams even when they feel too big. You don't need permission from anyone else to live the life you deserve. The power of saying no to negativity, to self-doubt, and to the people who don't see your worth is a game changer. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, and cut out those who hold you back. Your worth is too valuable to let anyone diminish it. Your worth is unshakable. It doesn't depend on anything outside of you. It's time to stop questioning it and start living like you know it's true. The world doesn't need more people trying to prove their worth. It needs people who are confident in their worth and ready to take action. You've heard the truth. Now it's time to live it. Go out there and show the world who you really are. Your worth is waiting for you to claim it. When you believe that your worth is based on external factors, everything changes. You stop taking risks. You start fearing failure. Why? Because failure feels like an attack on your value. If you fail, it means you're not enough. You internalize the belief that not succeeding is the same as being worthless. And when you're afraid to fail, you end up stuck, paralyzed by the pressure to be perfect. You end up measuring your success against others, constantly comparing yourself to people who seem to have it all together. And the more you compare, the less secure you feel. You start questioning your place in the world, doubting your own worth. Is this ringing any bells for you? I know it does for so many of us, but it's worse than just insecurity. This constant cycle of self-doubt and comparison takes a toll on your emotional well-being. The fear of not being enough can leave you feeling anxious, exhausted, and constantly searching for approval. You're never at peace because you're always seeking something outside yourself to feel worthy. This never-ending search for validation robs you of your happiness and holds you back from living fully. The truth is, when you buy into the lie that your worth is dependent on your actions or the opinions of others, you end up sabotaging yourself. You hold back from taking bold action. After all, if you try and fail, then you're not good enough, right? That's the lie talking, and it keeps you stuck in the cycle of inaction. Procrastination doesn't come from laziness. It comes from fear. Fear that you won't measure up, that you won't be perfect enough. This fear keeps you from doing the very things that would lead you to your dreams. Instead of moving forward, you stay stuck, waiting for the perfect moment. But guess what? That perfect moment doesn't exist. The moment to take action is now. And by staying small, by not showing up as your true self, you're accepting the lie that your worth is conditional. You're holding yourself back, limiting your growth, and preventing yourself from stepping into the fullness of your potential. But let me tell you something. You don't have to stay small. You don't have to keep playing by these false rules. It's time to break free. What if you stop measuring your worth by external standards? What if you stop waiting for someone else to approve of you? What if you could embrace the truth that your worth is inherent, something that doesn't depend on your achievements, your appearance, or anyone else's opinion? When you understand that your worth is unshakable, you stop seeking validation. You stop living in fear of failure. You stop worrying about being perfect, and you start living authentically. No more hiding. No more pretending, no more limiting yourself. It's time to live like you know your worth. The moment you stop seeking approval from the outside world is the moment you step into your true power. Your potential is limitless, but it starts with accepting the truth. You are enough. You always have been. Now go out there and show the world what's possible when you live as your true self. Have you ever wondered if you're enough? Have you ever felt that you have to prove your value to the world or to the people around you? I want to tell you something today. Your worth isn't something you need to earn. It's already within you. From the moment you were born, you were valuable. But somewhere along the way, you were taught the wrong story. You were told that worth comes from achievements, approval, or success. that your value is tied to what you do or how others perceive you. But that's a lie. And today we're going to shatter that lie together. I'm going to guide you through the truth of who you really are. This isn't just motivational fluff. This is a new way of thinking, a new way of living, a shift that will change everything. It's time to stop seeking external validation and start recognizing the worth that's already inside of you. Are you ready to take that step? You've been taught that your worth is something to be earned through success, achievements, or approval. Society has convinced us that we need to look a certain way, do certain things, or be in certain places to be considered valuable. But let me ask you, who made those rules? Why is your value tied to things that are outside of your control? The truth is, your worth is not something to be bought or sold. It's already inside of you. You were born valuable, and no accomplishment, appearance, or approval can change that. Think about a diamond. A diamond is valuable not because someone tells you it is. It's valuable because of its nature, its clarity, its strength, its rarity. Your worth is just like that diamond. It's intrinsic, unshakable, and unaffected by the circumstances around you. It doesn't need polishing. It doesn't need validation from anyone else. Your worth is already there, shining bright. When you stop searching for approval from others, something incredible happens. You start to recognize that your value isn't dependent on anyone else's opinion. The world's approval isn't required to make you enough. You are enough just as you are. And when you realize that, when you start living from a place of self-recognition, everything changes. You no longer carry the heavy burden of trying to live up to someone else's expectations. Instead, you live in your truth, empowered by the fact that you don't need anyone's permission to be your authentic self. The only approval you need is your own. And that's where true freedom begins. Now, I want to give you some practical steps to start recognizing your worth. It's not enough to just hear this message. You need to live it. Start by journaling. Take a moment to write down your strengths, your victories, no matter how small. Focus on what you've done, not what you haven't done. Every small accomplishment is proof of your worth. Next, eliminate negative self-talk. We all have that voice in our heads that tells us we're not enough. But here's the thing, that voice is wrong. Replace it with affirmations that reflect your true value. Every time you think or speak negatively about yourself, remind yourself of your inherent worth. And finally, celebrate your progress. No matter how small the win, celebrate it. Every step forward is a victory, and every victory brings you closer to fully understanding and embracing your worth. Now, I want you to imagine something for a moment. What if you started seeing yourself for who you really are? What if you stopped measuring your worth based on what others think of you? How different would your life be if you recognized that you are worthy of every good thing that comes your way? Imagine walking through life with the unshakable belief that you are worthy of love, success, happiness, and everything else you dream of. What would change? Think about it. This shift in mindset will change the way you approach everything, your challenges, your relationships, your goals. You will no longer be held back by doubt. You will move through life with confidence because you know your worth is solid and unbreakable. I'm here to tell you, you are worthy, no questions asked. Your worth is not up for debate. You don't need anyone's approval, and you don't need to earn it. It's yours right now, just as you are. You have something inside of you that is powerful that no one can take away. It's time to own it. The world doesn't get to define your worth, you do. And when you start living from this place of truth, there is nothing you can't accomplish. Your potential is limitless. So stand tall, own your worth, and take action. Because when you realize who you truly are, there's nothing that can stop you. Have you ever found yourself stuck in the cycle of doubt, fear, or uncertainty? Maybe you've heard that inner voice telling you that you're not good enough, or you've been striving for perfection that always feels just out of reach. We've all been there. You feel like you're fighting an uphill battle, and no matter what you do, nothing changes. But here's the truth. You don't need to stay trapped in those lies. The power to break free is already within you. In this speech, I'm going to show you how to identify the lies that have been holding you back, how to let go of them, and how to step into your true power. This isn't about empty motivation, it's about real, actionable steps that can set you on the path to personal freedom and growth. Today is the moment when you take control. Stay with me because your breakthrough starts now. How many times have you told yourself you're not good enough, or that you need to be perfect to succeed? How many times have you bought into the lie that you'll never reach your goals? These are the lies we tell ourselves every day, but they aren't the truth. Let me be clear, you are more than enough. Perfection is an illusion. What really matters is authenticity, and it's in embracing your imperfections that you unlock your true power. These lies are not just thoughts. They become beliefs that shape your actions, keeping you stuck in a cycle of self-doubt. You can't move forward when you're constantly believing these falsehoods about yourself. So today, I'm asking you to recognize them. Identify the lies you've been living with, and ask yourself, what if these aren't true? Because they aren't. You have everything you need inside you already. When you hold on to these lies, you're giving them power. You are feeding them every time you doubt yourself, every time you settle for less than what you deserve. It's like being on a hamster wheel. You're exhausted, but you're going nowhere. And the worst part, you're sacrificing your future. You're settling for a life smaller than the one you were meant to live. These lies are a trap. They create an endless loop of self-doubt, fear, and missed opportunities. If you continue to believe them, you will never step into the version of yourself that you were meant to be. The truth is, you're capable of so much more than you think. But you have to let go of these lies first, because holding on to them isn't just holding you back, it's costing you everything. To break free from these lies, you have to let go of the past. Stop replaying your mistakes, your failures, or the hurt that others may have caused you. Those stories no longer serve you. You're not the person you were yesterday. You're not the mistakes you made. It's time to rewrite your story. The opinions of others don't define you. The judgments people pass on you are irrelevant to who you are and what you can achieve. You are the author of your own worth. Stop letting the fear of others' opinions stop you from stepping into your power. And above all, practice self-compassion. Be kinder to yourself. You've been your toughest critic for too long. It's time to treat yourself with the same love and respect that you give others. When you start to show yourself compassion, you unlock the freedom to become who you were always meant to be. Imagine your self-worth as a garden. Right now, maybe it's overrun with weeds of doubt, fear, and insecurity. But here's the thing. Today, you have the choice to clear those weeds and start planting new seeds. Seeds of confidence, seeds of self-love, and seeds of belief in yourself. As you water these seeds with positive affirmations, small victories, and acts of kindness toward yourself, you will see your inner garden begin to flourish. It won't happen overnight, but with patience and care, your self-worth will grow stronger and more resilient every day. The more you tend to this garden, the more you will see it transform into something beautiful, something powerful, and something that no one can take away from you. You can break free. You will break free. I'm telling you right now, this is your moment. You are more than capable of stepping out of the lies and into the truth of who you really are. The power has always been within you, but now is the time to take action. Don't wait for some perfect moment, because that moment is here. The life you've been dreaming of, it's waiting for you to claim it. Stop looking outside yourself for approval. Stop living in fear of judgment, and stop holding on to what no longer serves you. Step into the truth of who you are. Let go of the lies. Embrace your power, and watch your life unfold in ways you never thought possible. Your breakthrough is now. Have you ever felt like something is missing in your life? Like you've been stuck for too long, waiting for something to change but never quite sure how to make it happen? I'm here to tell you that the power to change your life is already inside of you. But to tap into that power, you have to start believing in yourself. Today is the day you stop holding back. Stop letting fear or self-doubt control you. You have everything you need to succeed, and I'm going to show you how to unlock it. This isn't about waiting for a perfect moment. It's about taking action right now. This speech is a call to arms. It's a challenge to break free from the lies, the doubts, the barriers that have kept you from becoming the person you were meant to be. Stay with me, because today could be the turning point you've been waiting for. What if the power to change your life is already inside of you, just waiting to be unlocked? The moment you stop believing the lies that have been holding you back, you tap into that power. You are not limited by your past, by mistakes, or by the stories you've told yourself. The truth is, your potential is untapped. You are capable of achieving things you never thought possible. You have strength within you that you haven't even begun to understand. When you embrace your true worth, something incredible happens. The chains of self-doubt start to fall away. You stop holding yourself back, and you begin to see how unstoppable you really are. Imagine for a moment what it would be like to fully believe in yourself. What could you accomplish if you believed, without hesitation, that you are capable of success? It's that belief that turns ordinary efforts into extraordinary accomplishments. It's that belief that separates the average from the exceptional. Once you know your worth, there's nothing you can't achieve. Everything starts with your mindset. When you truly believe in your worth, you unlock a world of possibilities. A growth mindset is the key. It allows you to see challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth. When you believe that every setback is a lesson in disguise, failure doesn't feel like a dead end. It becomes a stepping stone. It's a moment to learn, to grow, and to move forward with more wisdom than before. Your mindset shapes everything you do. The way you view yourself will directly impact what you're capable of achieving. If you tell yourself that you can't, then you won't. But if you tell yourself that you are worthy of success, your mindset shifts, and suddenly anything becomes possible. Reprogram your thoughts, shift your beliefs, and watch how your life changes. We all have that inner voice, the one that tells us we're not good enough, that we'll never be able to do it. It's a voice that tries to hold us back, to keep us safe in the comfort of our doubts. But here's the truth. That voice is not your reality. It's just a voice. It's not who you are. It's time to recognize it for what it is. A lie. You don't have to listen to it. You don't have to let it control your decisions. What you can do instead is challenge that voice. Replace the negative thoughts with affirmations of your strength and potential. Every time you hear that voice of doubt, shut it down with the truth. Remind yourself that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you are enough. Self-doubt will try to sabotage you, but the power to silence it is within you. The moment you decide to believe in your abilities, your life begins to transform. Now imagine that your worth is like a key that can unlock the door to your greatest potential. The only thing standing between you and success is your belief that the door can actually open. The key to your future is already in your hands, waiting to be turned. All it takes is believing that you have the power to unlock it. The only thing that can keep you from stepping into your true potential is your own limiting beliefs. Let go of those doubts and watch how quickly that door opens. If you want to make this happen, you need to take action today. Start by using daily affirmations to remind yourself of your worth. Each day, speak the truth to yourself. I am worthy. I am capable. I am enough. The more you say it, the more you'll believe it. And the more you believe it, the more you'll start to see it in your life. These affirmations will reshape the way you see yourself and the way you approach every situation. Next, set intentional goals. These aren't just any goals, these are goals that align with your true potential. Break them down into small, manageable steps and commit to taking action. Remember, your future is shaped by the choices you make today. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it with the decisions you make now. Surround yourself with people who lift you up. The people you spend time with can either help you grow or drag you down. Choose wisely. Make sure you're surrounded by people who believe in your potential, who will support you as you move forward. Their belief in you can help reinforce your own belief in yourself. Think for a moment. What would happen if you started living like you truly believed in your worth? What if you acted every day as though you were already the person you wanted to be? What would you accomplish? How would your life change? The truth is, you have the power to change your life right now. All it takes is making the choice to believe in yourself. You can keep doubting, keep waiting for things to change on their own, or you can take that first step toward the life you truly deserve. The choice is yours. Have you ever found yourself questioning if you're enough, wondering whether your dreams are within reach, or if they're just out of your grasp? Maybe you've been knocked down one too many times, feeling like you can't rise again. You're not alone. Today I'm here to tell you that the strength you need to move forward is already inside of you. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about deciding right now to believe in yourself. I'm going to share with you real tools, real examples, and a real roadmap that will empower you to transform your mindset in your life. This is not empty talk. It's about giving you the practical steps you need to break free from self-doubt, unlock your full potential, and begin living the life you deserve. Let's dive in. Belief in yourself isn't something that happens once and then it's done. It's a daily practice. Every single day you have to remind yourself that you are worthy, capable, and deserving of everything you want. Start by creating a routine that reinforces your value. Whether it's through affirmations, journaling, or just positive self-talk, you have to actively nurture your belief. The more you remind yourself of your worth, the stronger your belief becomes. This isn't about waiting for a moment of clarity. It's about making small, consistent steps every day that add up over time. Repetition is the key. It creates certainty. And when that belief becomes certain, it fuels your actions, making them stronger, more consistent, and more powerful. The actions you take today are what will shape your future. If you can create the habit of reinforcing your belief every single day, your belief will start to fuel your confidence. Your confidence will fuel your actions, and those actions will turn into results. So don't wait, start today. Build your routine, be consistent, and watch how it transforms your mindset and your life. Setbacks aren't the end of your journey. They're part of it. If you've ever experienced failure, you know that it can feel like the end. But let me tell you something, failure is never the end. It's a lesson. It's growth in disguise. When you view setbacks as lessons, you stop letting them define you. They don't take away from your worth, they only teach you what you need to learn in order to succeed. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. You can let it knock you down, or you can use it as a stepping stone to something better. Every failure you experience sets you up for a comeback. And that comeback doesn't come from being perfect, it comes from the ability to keep going. Confidence isn't about always winning. It's about showing up day after day, even when things get tough. The world will test you. But as long as you keep moving forward, you will come out stronger. Remember, setbacks are just setups for comebacks. You don't have to do it alone. The people you surround yourself with play a huge role in shaping how you view yourself. If you're surrounded by people who believe in you, who encourage you to be your best, it's so much easier to believe in yourself. Seek out those who lift you up, who remind you of your worth, and who hold you accountable to the person you are becoming. The power of community can't be overstated. When you're surrounded by others who support you, it's easier to see your greatness. But you can't just rely on others to believe in you. You have to believe in yourself too. But there will be times when you feel weak, when doubt creeps in. In those moments, lean on the people who care about you. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's a sign of strength to acknowledge when you need support. Sometimes the simple act of leaning on others is what helps you rediscover your own power. Let me tell you something. You are worthy. You are capable. And right now is your time to break free from everything that's held you back. Right now is the moment to rise. Don't wait for a sign. Don't wait for the perfect circumstances. The only thing standing between you and your greatness is the belief that you can do it. Stop listening to the lies. Stop holding on to the past and step into the future that's waiting for you. This is your moment. The moment you stop doubting, the moment you choose to rise. You are not defined by your past. You are not the mistakes you've made or the setbacks you've faced. Your future is yours to create. Don't wait for permission to step into the person you were always meant to be. Start today, right now. You don't need anyone's approval to be your best self. Take that first step and trust that everything you need to succeed is already inside of you. It's time to show the world what you're capable of. Step into your worth and never look back. You've heard it all before. Believe in yourself, you're capable. The sky's the limit. But the truth is, believing in yourself isn't always easy. Maybe you've tried before only to fall short. Maybe you've faced setbacks that shook your confidence. Maybe you've even wondered if this whole journey is worth it. But listen closely. This moment, right here, right now, can be the turning point. You are capable of more than you realize, and you have everything it takes to turn things around. This is not about waiting for some magic moment to arrive. It's about making that moment happen today. It's about making a decision right now to stop waiting and start acting. The tools, the lessons, and the strategies I'm about to share with you are not just for motivation. They're for real, lasting change. So I want you to really hear this. You have the power to change your life. And it all starts with what you choose to do next. You've heard the truth. Now it's time to live it. Action is the key. The biggest mistake you can make is waiting for the right time to begin. It's easy to say, I'll start tomorrow, or next week will be better. But the truth is, every moment you wait is a moment wasted. Every day you hesitate is another day you're drifting farther from your true potential. You're waiting for something that might never come. But I'm telling you this, the only time you need is now. Don't let another day slip by. Tomorrow isn't promised, but today is your chance. The time to act is now, and the choice is yours. Stop putting it off. Your transformation begins with the action you take today. The perfect moment doesn't exist, but the moment you choose to act is the perfect moment. Waiting for the ideal conditions will only keep you stuck. You don't need to wait for everything to fall into place. You don't need to wait for some miracle. What you need is to take that first step, no matter how small. And when you take it, everything else will begin to fall into place. This moment right now is the perfect moment to start. It's time to stop waiting and start living. Start today. Start now. The first step is always the hardest, but it's the one that matters most. When you take that step, everything else becomes possible. You might not have all the answers, and that's okay. The first step doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be taken. By taking that first step, you're breaking the cycle of hesitation and doubt. You're moving forward. It might feel uncertain at first, but that's okay. Every journey begins with that first step. Imagine the life you could have if you fully embraced your worth. What if you could trust in yourself completely and pursue your dreams without fear? What would that feel like? Now imagine living that life every day. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment to be the person you're meant to be. You can start right now. Once you begin, nothing will be able to hold you back. Momentum builds the moment you take action. The first step is often the hardest, but it's the one that unlocks everything else. When you decide to start, you tap into a force that will push you forward, even when times get tough. And the best part, you have the strength to keep going. You've always had it. Now is the time to bring it to life. Wake up. Your worth is waiting. You've spent enough time doubting yourself, holding back, and waiting for the right moment. That moment is now. Your worth, your power, and your potential are already inside of you. All you have to do is claim it. Stop waiting for permission or the perfect situation to show up. The life you've dreamed of is within your reach. Go after it. Step into your power and take what's yours. This is your moment, and it's time to make it count.